Cricket 24 recently got a major update on April 10, 2025, and with it came a brand new mode called Pro Team. It's something we have seen in other sports games before, like Ultimate Team in AAFC or My Faction in WWE, where you collect player cards, build a team, and compete online or against AI. The idea is to create your own dream cricket team using packs, auctions, and contracts. Of course, microtransactions are part of the package, and while they are not mandatory, they do make the grind a lot easier and faster. Now, Cricket 24 was definitely starting to feel a bit stale. The core gameplay hadn't changed much, and interest seemed to be fading. So, in that sense, Pro Team brings something new to the table. It adds a layer of strategy that was not there before. Collecting cards, managing expiring contracts, and participating in auctions keeps things interesting, at least for a while. The short 6-over matches work well too. They're quick, don't drag on, and offer a good balance between gameplay and rewards. For people who enjoy online modes, it's something fresh to try. And judging by the recent patches, it does look like the developers are putting more effort into this mode than the rest of the game at the moment. That said, it is far from a polished experience. One of the biggest issues right now is that players are reporting bugs where they win matches, but the game still shows a match lost result. It's frustrating, especially when it happens repeatedly. Then there's the gameplay itself, which feels rough in places. Fielders sometimes teleport or freeze, the game crashes mid-match, and lag can make things unplayable. What makes it worse is when someone has spent real money through microtransactions only for the game to glitch and ruin the experience. In 2025, stuff like this should not be happening, and yet here we are. Another deeper issue lies in the way cricket as a sport functions in video game form, especially in an online competitive setting. There are too many loopholes that players can exploit. For example, batters can move way outside off stump and still play shots anywhere on the field, or bowlers can stick to one-sided field settings and spam the same line and length. These are not illegal, but they can create an unbalanced and often frustrating experience. Unlike football, which is more symmetrical and tightly paced, cricket has more variables that can break online play if not handled properly. And right now, those problems are becoming more noticeable in Pro Team. There are, however, ways big and studios could improve things. They could look into adding dynamic wide line rules where the umpire allows bowlers more freedom to adjust their lines when a batter moves around, something that happens in real cricket. A proper penalty system for quitting could also help. Maybe limited to a few quits per day, but if someone keeps doing it repeatedly, introduce temporary suspensions. Fielding is another area that needs serious work. It always has been a weak link in Cricket 24, but it's become even worse in Pro Team. Fixing that alone would make the game far more enjoyable, and while 6-over matches are fun, it would not hurt to have a few longer match types or extra objectives for players who prefer a more traditional or challenging format. Still, there is a bigger question here. Is this mode going to stick around, or is it just a test run for Cricket 26? With a new game on the horizon, it's very possible that Pro Team in Cricket 24 is more of a soft launch meant to gather feedback and see what works. If that's the case, it's hard to know how much more time and effort will be spent fixing bugs or expanding the mode. And there is always a risk, just like we have seen in FIFA or AFC, that once a game leans too heavily into online card modes, the offline and career modes get ignored. As someone who enjoys career mode and offline tournaments, that's a bit of a concern. Not everyone wants to grind online or deal with the chaos of matchmaking. Some of us just want a solid cricket experience we can enjoy at our own pace. In the end, Pro Team mode in Cricket 24 is an interesting experiment. It's brought something new, but it's also brought a bunch of new problems. Whether it becomes a lasting part of the franchise or just a temporary feature depends on how much Big N listens to feedback and commits to balancing all parts of the game, not just the ones that bring in money. Here's hoping they get it right, because there's potential here, but it's still far from being fully realized. So yeah, that's where things stand with Pro Team mode in Cricket 24 right now. It's definitely something different, and while it has potential, there's still a lot that needs fixing, especially if Big N wants it to be a long-term success. If you tried Pro Team yourself, let me know what your experience has been like in the comments. Are you enjoying it, frustrated, or just sticking to career mode or usual offline modes? Don't forget to leave a like if you found this video useful, and consider subscribing if you want more game reviews, breakdowns, and honest discussions like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.